I'm Matt Gilhooly, and this is The Life Shift, candid conversations about the pivotal moments that change lives forever. Hello, my friends. This is a little update episode for you while we wait for Tuesday's new release. I wanted to give you a few updates about what's happening on the Life Shift podcast, where I am, what's going on in the future, and cool new things that are becoming a reality because of everyone listening to the podcast. And I wanted to share an opportunity to have your voice on the podcast, even if you aren't a guest. So that's what this little episode is about. So cool story. I just recorded my 28th episode on Friday last week. I have 4 more scheduled, and I'm making more connections each week. In fact, Tuesday's episode, which is number 15, is with the first person that I don't know personally. Kelly Anderson's story of burning it all down and leaning into her purpose will undoubtedly resonate with many of you, especially after the few years that we've all been through. And in the episode, I share a little bit about how Kelly and I met and how her being on the Life Shift came to be. In the same vein, more and more people are starting to reach out to me and pitch their stories to join the podcast, which I think is so cool. I did not envision that when we started, and I just love it. I have a handful of those coming up, some to be recorded, some are already recorded, and they'll be released over the next couple months. Speaking of which, I appreciate the patience of my guests because sometimes when I'm recording, I have to let them know that because I'm so far ahead, which is so cool, unfortunately, the release dates are also months away. So I appreciate your patience. If any of you are waiting for your episode to launch and you're listening now, I hope you're enjoying the stories along the way. We're finding that there's so many commonalities throughout these stories, even though everyone's story is unique to themselves. But we're really creating a community here, and I appreciate all of you, my guests and the listeners. So thank you. We did a bonus episode in May, and I hope to do more of those live stream bonus episodes with past guests whose episodes have already come out. So stay tuned for those. I'm going to be connecting with some of you that have already released your episodes if you're one of the guests, and maybe we can arrange a live stream that goes on Facebook or maybe YouTube. I'm not sure quite yet, but that's the idea of having these regular roundtable bonus episodes of people to talk about after the recording and what that experience was like. And then on to something kind of cool. So I get a lot of messages from text messages, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and people are sharing their thoughts on every episode, which please keep those coming. And if you don't do it and you want to do it, please just do it. It really helps. It helps me improve on kind of the things that you like about what I'm doing, but it also verifies that what we're doing with the Life Shift podcast, and I say we because you guys are all a part of this, it matters. And these stories are hitting the right ears at the right time. I think I've told some of you, but my goal starting out was really that each episode found its way to the ears that needed to hear it the most. And I think we've done that so far, and I hope we continue doing it. But to make it a little bit more interesting, I launched something called a PodInbox page. And what that allows you to do is have your guests or just listeners really leave recorded audio messages. And with that, maybe I can use some of those audio messages in future episodes or bonus content or whatever it may be. I'm thinking these messages can be reflections on specific episodes or your thoughts in general of the Life Shift podcast, or really whatever you want, whatever you're thinking. Maybe something sparked a new idea in your head. That'd be cool to just share that there. If it seems like something that you might be interested in, please visit podinbox.com /The Life Shift Podcast. But I'll also put that link in the page, or the link to the page in the show notes for this particular episode. So just look there. But again, it's podinbox.com /The Life Shift Podcast. As of now, the Life Shift Podcast has enough episodes to run through mid-October 2022, but I don't see that stopping. I want to continue having people on, recording these conversations about the pivotal moments that have happened in their lives and what they've done since those moments. So as you can tell, I'm super excited and so grateful. So please subscribe to the show. If you can, if you're on a platform that allows it, add a rating and a review. And then most importantly, share these episodes with the people that you think might like the show, because that's just expanding the circle of people that get to hear these stories. So thank you, and we will see you every Tuesday morning for a new episode, at least through October 2022. But again, I hope that just keeps on going. Thank you, my friends. I will talk to you soon. For more information about how you can support the Life Shift Podcast, please visit www.thelifeshiftpodcast.com.